Everyone, how you doing this morning? So I wanted to do a quick follow-up to a video I posted yesterday. Yesterday I put out something called the Hard Truths, where I tried to go through and talk about things that I hear in the real estate investing world, the financial world, and it seems like one of those 10 have gotten a lot of you thinking. So I thought I would give you my thoughts. So the specific one that got the most attention was my thoughts around out of state investing. So I thought I owed you, my thoughts specifically on out of state investing, and really really share with you where I'm trying to come from. So first and foremost, what do I think about out of state investing? I think for folks that live in extremely high prices or high priced markets like myself, like New York, like Orange County, like Miami, like, on and on and on and on. Sometimes out of state or at least out of area is your only option. I totally get it. And I did it. I mean, frankly, if you've read our book, right? Right? I spent a year, and I tell you the story, looking in the Bay Area, nothing worked, right? Couldn't find anything. So clearly I support out of area, out of state investing. For me, luckily enough, it stayed in state, but still it was a 2.5 hour, drive away. You can get a lot of places in a 2.5 hours in a car, right? Or I'm on an airplane, sorry. So clearly I support out of state or out of area investing. So please don't get me wrong there. However, I see so many people doing it wrong. It scares me. And again, as I document in our story, and I've shared plenty of times, I've invested through a couple of significant real estate cycles. And I know how good it feels in the good times. I know how good it feels to say I own X amount of properties. But I also know what happens when things turn around, when economies turn, when unemployment goes up, when values fall. And those same folks that were very excited, bad things happen. So let's talk about out-of-state investing. All of my rules apply. Conservatively financed, learn your market, and visit your market. And I see too many people not doing any of those with out-of-state investing. And we'll talk about that in a minute with what is wrong. But let's be very specific. I, again, fully support out of area and out of state investing. But come on, you got to learn your market. You should frankly go see your market. If you don't want to visit it, why do you want to put your money there? There's probably a reason you don't want to visit it. And eventually that's going to come around and take your money. Right? If you don't want to visit a market, I don't know why you would put your money there. I just don't. Because in the good times, you feel great. Oh, I picked up 6, 7, 8, 12 properties for 25 grand each. I don't even have debt. Well, great. What happens when thing turns? What then? So again, first rule of thumb, if you're going to go out of state or out of area, visit your market. Spend some money and go figure it out. Drive some neighborhoods. Get a feel. Talk to some people. Talk to some real estate agents. Talk to property managers. Invest the money. Next, you got to learn your market. The market I chose, I had never been to. Never, right? So people that saw the video from over the weekend, I had never been to Fresno by the time when I picked it. So we looked, we researched, we drove, we went there lots of times. And we ended up picking one area, and then we learned that area. We learned one property type, and was trying to figure out what a good and great deal was. And I looked every day for 10 years. So please, if you're going to go out of state, awesome. But realize you're signing up to learn a new market like you know your backyard. Too many people don't want to do that. They want to say, I pick city X. I look at some realtor.com, CNBC, Zillow thing. That's the market they said to go to. I'm going. No, go there. Who knows what they're saying in those articles? And then lastly, be conservative, right? Always be conservative. I saw too many people worth millions of dollars and one person worth 10 million that was bankrupt in a year and a half when the market turned. It's because all the dominoes fell, right? They couldn't stop it, and it was horrible to watch and witness that happen to someone. So be conservative. So okay, what do I specifically see happening a lot and would cause me to make that, I don't know, post and include it in my 10 truths? Too many people are taking local experience and putting it on this new market. So, maybe you live in a market where that cute little, 1950s craftsman goes for $1 million, and you see some pictures online with 3 or 4 of them sold together for $60,000. And you go, great, I'll take it. Oh, that's such a good deal. I'm going to offer more. I'm going to offer 75 grand so we get it. Learn your market. Don't take your local experience and assume it applies or is worth a hill of beans in a new market. It's not. You are, I almost said guaranteed, but you're almost guaranteed to lose money if you take your local brain and put it in a new market. Come on. Learn your market. Next, I see too many people once again saying, hey, my market produces 4%, average, whatever. I can get 8% in another market. So I'm going to buy as much as I can because 8 is double 4. No. First off, yes, 8 is double 4. But did you ever ask yourself why? Why is it double? You are taking your local brain and your local experience and your local knowledge and once again putting in a new market that has a huge amount of risk. Did you ever research what happened to that local economy in the last recession? I'm guessing it wasn't pretty. And you're putting gobs and gobs of money in this new market? Really? Come on. Learn your market. Don't take your local experience, your local knowledge, and I see this so much from California investors. And again, I have a bias. I'm in California, so it's easy for me to talk to them. I get it. But they're like, man, I can't buy anything here. I get like a 3%, but I can go over here to city X, Y, and Z and get 6, 7, 9, 10, whatever, 12. Well, did you ever wonder why? It's not good. And another thing, I am now lucky enough to have this channel and others where people call me or reach out to me. I have people in these other cities laughing at you. They're like, why would you pay that? That house has been 40 grand for 40 years. Why did some California investor or out-of-state investor come in and spend 62? They're going to lose their butt when this thing turns around. Realize it, when you come in with your out-of-area mindset, you're the fool. The locals are laughing at you. They're taking advantage of you. Learn your market. Next, I see too many people online almost bragging that they have one house in 12 different markets. How does that make sense? You don't get any economies of scale. You don't learn anything. You're frankly at that scale guaranteed to have a couple of losers just by mathematics. Why would you, how can you, I can't learn 12 markets. What makes you think you can learn 12 markets? And again, with 12, you'll probably have 2 home runs and you're going to have 2 dogs and then everybody else in the middle and you'll be no further ahead. What are you doing? It's not a contest. This is not likes on Instagram. This is your financial future. Think about that. This is not likes on Instagram. When you find a market, you do your research, you do your homework, put some chips on the table and not one, right? Get economies of scale. Really learn the market. Find out what's going on. And if it turns, get out. 1031 exchange, move it around. This, just because you put a monopoly house on one, you could move it. That's the beauty of the 1031 exchange. And this is the most dangerous. And I can't tell you how many times I have seen this firsthand. Somebody gets an address from out of state. They go to Zillow. Looks good. Price is good. Houses in the area are selling. Good. Then they go to Google Maps. Go to Google Maps. They start looking around, right? They do the 360. Cool. Buy it. Really? That's your research? That's what you want to do? Come on. Build your team, get some boots on the ground, figure out what's going on. So again, out-of-state investing, especially for folks like myself that live in expensive areas, can and is awesome. I unfortunately see too many people trying to shortcut the process, trying to make it easy, and they're not learning your market. I keep telling you, and my entire course is built on learning your market. If you're going to pick a market out of state, boy, you better learn that market. Or you're gambling. You just walk up to the craps table, pick a number, and roll the dice. So that's what I think. I believe out of state investing is awesome. I just unfortunately see too many people doing less than their due diligence and risking a lot. That's why I put it in that slide, because I think some people need to be shocked and see that it's not as easy. So hopefully that makes sense. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know what I missed, what I got wrong. As always, leave comments below. Have a wonderful day. Take care.